Hey you guys, good morning. Happy Wednesday to you all. It's Wednesday. It's Wednesday. Hey ho. Hey ho. Happy Hump Day Wednesday. How are you guys doing this morning? 2 more days. 2 more days, you guys. I hope you guys said your prayers this morning, for all our brothers and sisters in Christ. I hope you slept well. It's a beautiful morning. It's chilly, but it's a nice cold. It's not a freezing cold, okay? I'm hoping that these phones are slow and quiet today. It is donation day. It is bill day. Jeremiah! Chapo is starting to meow a lot more now, and he wants to get in the room with Jeremiah. Hold on. Fudgy, Chapo is out here whining. He wants to come in. Chapo wants to come in. He's out here whining at your door. Sorry guys, I was just letting him know El Chapo, because he can't hear Chapo with the TV on. I was saying he's whining. He wants to come in at your door. Oh, this is so good. You guys, I used the coffee that I was making. I was saying it wrong. It's Hershey caramel. So it's Hershey with caramel in it. And it's so good. And I used the Hershey creamer. No, caramel creamer, sorry. And the very, very last of my whipped cream. So I shook the can, and I slowly sprayed it until I got it all out. And then it would... So it is now done. I definitely have to get some more today. I can go without it, but I would rather not. Right? It's getting cold too in this window. Guys, it's 7:45, I think. I was trying to come to you guys a little bit sooner, but I couldn't find the remote when I finally got settled, and then 2, my computer for some reason was turned off, so Chapo probably stepped on the button or something and I didn't know it. So I thought it needed to be charged. All of that, I had to go back in it, whatever. Yeah, when I got off work yesterday, again, same thing. I went right to sleep. It was so busy yesterday again. Like, the calls were just back to back, non-stop, back to back. The calls were back to back, y'all. And man, it was funny because a lot of the PSRs, that I would transfer the calls to, they were saying the same thing. They was like, just give me 1 minute. I said, take your time. She was like, man, these calls, they were cracking up. They was like, Lord Jesus, these calls are back to back. I was like, yeah. I was like, you ain't got time to do nothing in between. You can't spit, blink, nothing. God forbid, think about anything, So I guess in a sense that's a good thing. But yeah. And every now and then I would look at the clock and I'd be like, oh my God, I was constantly counting. Oh, it's 3. I got 2 more. I got 3 more. Oh my God, I got this. Lord, I just, in my mind kept doing that because, like, it was just nonstop. I did, however, get to finish yesterday. Whenever the call did slow up just a tiny bit, I would try to finish watching Legal High. It was hard though because the calls kept going and you had to go back, rewind, go back. So when I got off, I finished it. It was really good. I didn't care for the ending at all. The ending was quite boring. Even the guy that was horrible, right? And his dad that was covering up, it could have been better. The ending to me was too lenient. It was just too, I don't know, it could have been better. It could have been way better. The ending could have been way better. It was funny. it was funny because the lawyer was fighting the fact that these people, this boy intentionally, okay, at first they thought, oh, the factory was doing this, that, and the other, whatever chemicals is causing these people to be sick or whatever the case may be. But it turns out not only was it the factory and the chemicals, but the boy intentionally poured the chemicals in the water. He did it on purpose. He made one of the employees, he threatened him with his family, and then he told him if he didn't do it, he'd kill him himself. So the dude went ahead and did it. He poured these chemicals over in the water, knowing that this could kill or hurt these, village people that rely on this water. And right after he did it, the guy was so overwhelmed with regret, he hung himself. He killed himself. And so, this boy going around, he's, killing people that get on his nerves, or people that, know about what he did. He had to shut him up. And, he's just ruining people's lives. And this is the same young man that beat up the old man. And so, at the end, he finally, went to jail. But the lawyers that was covering it up, his aunt, his dad was an old rich man, and it was crazy how when I was looking at it, I was like, rich people feel like they can just do whatever. And I believe they're like this in real life. They feel like they can just do whatever to whomever they feel like or want to, because they can just pay people to cover it up and to be quiet, And so, the old man, okay, so from the very beginning, when he was young, the boy killed his teacher because he felt like the teacher embarrassed him. So he gets a hammer and he kills his teacher. So it just so happens that the driver or the dad's whatever employee happened to, who I think was the driver, was coming to get him, or he called him, I don't know what happened, but the guy showed up and he seen what the boy did. And so what he did was he took the hammer out the boy's hand, and then he beat the boy up himself. And I mean bad, because he told the boy, you were never there because you was at the hospital. So in other words, he set it up where to look like whoever attacked the teacher also attacked him. Only he got away with his life because I guess maybe this guy pulled up and intervened. Okay, so that's the story I guess they were going to use. But he had to beat the boy up bad enough to make it believable. And so the boy was a teenager by this time. So even though this boy just killed the teacher, the fact that he just got his butt beat up like that, it made him kind of fear this guy. And this guy so happened to, because of what he did, the dad, they sent him away. They were grateful that, I can trust you. You looked out for my son. I'm gonna look out for you. I'm gonna send you away to protect you until all this died down. But this man had a whole daughter at home. The mom passed away. The man was he was in the army. He worked for the army or something, and because of one small mistake, he was discharged. And because of that, life got hard. His wife was sick. He wasn't able to take care of her. She passed away. Now he has to take care of his daughter. And so because of this happened, he was sent away. So he had to leave his daughter with his aunt, with her aunt, his sister, I guess. And so she grew up without her mom and dad, right? And so, oh gosh, I done wasted it's like every day, dang it, I waste my freaking coffee one way or the other. Doggone it. So anyway, guys, so the girl becomes a lawyer, okay? Now, she's staying in the home of a judge, not a judge, but another lawyer, a prosecutor who's pretty known, and no one knows this. But it turns out, and she didn't know. She ended up moving out of the home when she found out. But it turns out, the woman that's been helping look after her and taking care of her, the home that she was staying in, pretty popular lawyer, was the aunt of the boy that murdered the teacher. And she was covering stuff up. They were so crooked, y'all. They were so crooked. She knew about what was going on with the water being contaminated. I mean, everything. They were covering so much stuff up to keep their people out of jail. Oh, it was crazy, the stuff that they were doing. And so, long story short, the girl did find out that her dad was involved in working with these people, so on and so forth. She did find out that the woman that she had been living with, who's been loving her and treating her just like a daughter, and she's been loving and treating her like a mom, turns out to be the aunt of this boy and ahead of all of this stuff, and da-da-da-da. So she ended up, she had to go against them, her and the lawyer that who was training her and had been through so much because of them. So it was funny because they had to do 2 trials, and because they was trying to mix them up, separate them, they did the 2 trials on the same day at the same time. So because they did that, they had to take the two main lawyers, this girl and the guy that was training her, that the 2 that been through the most, they had to separate them, thinking that'll mess them up, but it didn't, because even though they separated them, he handled the main 2, she handled the other 2, the boy that did the murdering, and they ended up, she ended up having to question her own dad, everything. But anyway, she got help from one of the other guys, that what I said was just hilarious throughout the whole picture, and he got help from a woman that was on his side from beginning, but she had switched over. She was on their side, but she decided to help them. Long story short, the woman, the lawyer who was crooked, and the other guy that was crooked, the other lawyer, the dude was like, y'all saying this water ain't contaminated, this and that ain't contaminated. He was like, the girl that that's working with him, she decided to test it on herself. So the people in the village gave her fruits and vegetables and stuff to say thank you for everything that you're doing. So she decided to eat them. She made a meal or whatever, and so she didn't eat nothing else. She just ate that stuff, and sure enough, she got sick, ended up in the hospital, right? Just like they did. Only a lot of them were killed because they were older, or the youngest kids were, got killed because I guess their bodies didn't handle it or whatever. But long story short, so he's telling them, y'all preaching and talking about this water ain't contaminated, da 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 da. People are just trying to say that because this village is closest to the factory. All of this hoopla, it's not been documented, da da da. He said, okay. All right. He said, well, I have some water from that village, from that same well that they drink from, that everyone's getting sick from and dying from. You're saying it's not contaminated. You're saying it's all hearsay. How about you have some water? So he poured both of them some water. It was so funny. They was watching him pour the water. It was funny because the water almost looked a little yellow. He poured both of them some water. He was like, how about you show the judge? How about you show the court? Ain't nothing wrong with it, and drink it. He said this is the exact same water that these people are drinking every day, bathing in, everything in, right? And they just looked at each other, they just sat there and looked at each other. He said, what's wrong? Y'all don't want to drink it? And so the man, he gonna say, I'll drink it. He picks it up. And he drinks it. He got this old ugly look on his face, and he drinks it down. And you can tell he didn't want to, but he did. He swallowed it, and he sat there like, man. She looked over at him, and he looked at her. She picked it up. Her hands were shaking a little bit. She picked up the cup, and she drunk, and you can tell like she was trying to keep it from waste, and she just... They drunk, and they was like, see, like we said, there's no problem, da-da-da-da, right? He said, He went on, sat back down. Now, in my mind, I'm thinking, oh, he probably put something in it, like, to make them have diarrhea or something, right? That's what I'm thinking, because he's that type of person. I was like, I know that's what he probably did. So, they go on with the trial, right? So, she goes up and she's in front of the judge, and she's talking about, you know, how these people are just this and that and the other. And as she talking, her stomach goes. She grabs her stomach a little bit, and she tried to play it off, and she kept on talking. I guess they can hear it too a little bit, and so they looking and they cracking up a little bit. And she's like, she kept on talking. You tell she was in pain. Her stomach's uncomfortable to the point she couldn't talk no more. So she had to go and sit down, hold her stomach, and she looked at the other lawyer. You going up there and finish? So he went on up there. He started talking. And he like, and all of a sudden he got quiet. His stomach. Their stomachs was so messed up because of the water that they drunk. So much so that it had proved their point completely. So obviously they won the case. Not only that, he waited. Okay, you know, their stomachs got upset, so they was kind of stalling with the questioning to see how the first court, how the other court was going. And sure enough, they won, and that boy got arrested. And so the father of the boy, the main guy that's got all these people working for him to keep his son safe, he was in court that day. They got him ready and wheeled him to court that day, right? So he's sitting there, he's watching the whole proceedings, and they text the other lawyer to let him know, yep, we won. He just went to jail. And so that's when he got up and he said, so just so you know, the chairman, your son, is just got arrested for, you know, murder, and the guy looked all crazy and blah, blah. So that kind of threw them off their game a little bit and caused them to slip up as well. So anyway, they won, obviously, but it was so funny, y'all. And at the end, these two were still in the bathroom. I was cracking up. I was like, that was genius. That was so smart. I'm thinking, why they just didn't do that from the beginning? Make these suckers drink that water. The same water that they say ain't nothing wrong with. It's not contaminated. Because they knew it was something wrong with that water, because they knew that the boy did it. You know what I'm saying? They knew it. You know, oh my God. I guess they thought maybe it wouldn't happen to them. You know, just like the villagers, when people were dying and they were getting paid to shut up, to pay to keep quiet. They felt like the lawyer said. Back then when I was trying to fight for y'all was taking money, taking bribes. Because why? Because it wasn't your loved ones that died. You know what I'm saying? There's other people, children and wives that and husbands that died. Now, months and years later, your loved ones died. Now you see, right? But it could have all been prevented from the beginning had you stood up from the beginning and had my back, and we fought this from the beginning instead of you guys being paid off and da 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 da. So yeah, it was good. It was good. I just think that the ending could have been so much better. And you know, back then, they used him as well to cover up stuff, and so back then he wasn't the best lawyer. And so when he had this tape, this recording that this girl had, who was not a good person back then either, they were like, no, he's not going to use that as evidence because that would incriminate himself. So they thought he wasn't going to do it, but he did. He was like, that's all right, I'll quit. I've been a lawyer for a long time. He said, I'll do something else. I'll open up another business. He said, this has to stop. What I liked about it was the fact that it showed you there are lawyers. And even the girl in her whole speech thing, she said there are lawyers that actually care. Yes, there are some that don't care. There are some that are crooked, just like people out there. There are crooked people out there that are blinded by money, wealth, power. You know, there are a lot of them out there. You know, you'd be surprised as to who. It could be your best friend, your mom, your uncle, your brother, your sister. You know, she said sometimes we're going to make mistakes. Sometimes we might get a murderer off not, you know, believing their story, or because the way it lined up, it proved that they were innocent when they were actually guilty. So sometimes we might make a mistake and free a guilty person. We might make a mistake and jail an innocent person because of the evidence that's out there. She was like, nonetheless, we still have to have rules and laws, because if we don't, can you imagine how crazy the world would be? People just doing whatever to whomever, whenever, and however, because there's no law. They're not going to be punished for it, you know. But it was good. It was really good. It was really good. I enjoyed it. So now I got to see which And yeah, it was good. I was just going to say there's another one. I want to see what else I want to watch, but then I remember there's like 1, 2, 3, 4 of them I'm still lined up to see. One is a season 2 that I'm not sure if I want to watch because they changed the leading girl. So I'm not sure about it. So I'm hesitating on that one. Season 2 hadn't come out yet. And then one is not a season 2, it's a season 1. But I had read some of the last couple of episodes, so I'm a little hesitant on it. Like, is it going to be good? We'll see. There's 2 of them like that where I got so far that I'm like, actually 3. I'm like, do I really want to continue? Because sometimes it'll be so good and then they'll mess it up. And so that's what I'm feeling might happen with these 3. So I'm not in a hurry I'm not in a hurry. I'm gonna have to silence my phone soon. Oh yeah, it's 8:10. I've been talking to y'all for a minute. Let me get my butt on up in here and sign in. Lord, please let today be slow. Let them offer early leave, because Jesus, I'm tired. Anyway, you guys, have an amazing Hump Day Wednesday. Be kind, alright? Treat people the way you would expect to be treated, or better. Remember to expect great things today. Great things that happen to you, through you, and for you, alright? It's 8:11, guys, so I'm going to go ahead and put my phones on silencer and get myself ready to work here. And we'll see how the day goes. Enjoy your day. Bye now. Hey guys, good morning. I'm on my first break of the day. A little late to take my break because I was on a long call. I'm tired, y'all. These phones are ringing back to back. Oh my God. I should be trying to take a nap or something right now, which is hard because it's going to be hard for me to get up. If I try to take a nap, it'll make me even more sleepy, I think. I'm so tired. These phones are ringing. I did tell her though, I said, hey, when I go on break, if y'all offer VTO, please wait till I get back. I'm trying to get my phone to charge. For some reason it's not charging. So annoying. The cat done lost my doggone cord. So I'm using a different cord. But it's not working. Okay. Sorry guys, let's see if this will work. He keeps, messing with the cords and unplugging stuff. Okay, now it's plugged, and he's in the room with Jeremiah, knocked out probably so good. It means now maybe my phone can charge in peace. Crazy cat. So how are you guys doing? How's your day going so far? How's your Wednesday? I hope it's going smoothly. I was sitting up thinking about my head. I think I'm going to get some more auburn color and redo it to get rid of, the snow that wasn't covered. I'm gonna try to get it to take a little bit better. Yeah, I think I like the color. We'll see how long it lasts. But that's what I'm gonna do, and then of course I'm gonna deep condition it. Yeah, see, it's not charging up. This is so frustrating. And I really need it to charge because I need to check my account. So what if I do it on the other phone? And see, I'm used to this phone because I can just go right in, do what I need to do. I don't have to worry about trying to remember no passwords, this, that, and the other. And before, when I would check it from different accounts, they would start wondering like maybe someone had my account information, and so then that would stall stuff. So it's like I just stick to one phone. But I may have to change this. Anyway, guys, yeah, like I was saying, I'm really thinking about doing that because, like I said, you can see the white still in there, and I think I'm liking this color, even though I think I like red more. I don't know. Some people say black makes you look older. I think black makes me look younger. I don't know, but I do want to try something different. So, and it's been a while. So I may at some point go ahead and try to go ahead and color it more this color. I don't know if you can see it, but I can see it in the light. But yeah, I definitely need to up in here. You see all of that? I want to get it right. And then I'm going to get some... I'm just get one product at a time. How about that? One product at a time to try to get this head back healthy. You know, like the back is fine. It's just everything else, as y'all can see, is just really choppy and broke off and all of that. So I'm trying to check what I need to check with barely tapping the phone, so that it can continue charging. Like it's actually on 1%, but it is charging. I think, anyway. I mean, it looks like it is. So frustrating. Come on now. Come on, baby. Check for me. Stay working for me. Oh. Okay. Let's see. Sorry, guys. So yeah, tell me how you guys' morning is doing. You know, were you able to do something nice for someone today? Say something kind. You know, how is your hump day going? I tried to this morning look at my hump day like a Friday, y'all. You know, because it kind of helped the time go by, I guess. You know, make me feel like, hey, it's almost Friday. You know, I'll try to get excited about it. I see what I had a physical therapist tell me one time. It kind of helped for him to get through the rest of the week. He goes out, but like I said, I can't do. At first, I don't go out anymore, and even if I did, I wouldn't, because I would probably be late for work the next morning and not show up at all, and that's not good. So I'll be hearing people in the hallway. Sometimes I swear it sounds like they just be boom, boom, boom. And you never know if somebody finna knock on your door or something, you know. So I just try to listen, and I always hope that if somebody does, it's when I'm on break so I can answer and not get interrupted. Even the bill, you know, all that while I'm trying to work. And then, like I said, Pudge is knocked out. That third shift kicking his butt. He knocked out. Cat knocked out, so Cat can't answer the door. Lavelle not here, so yeah. But it's so quiet, y'all. It's so peaceful. I like it. I can hear, you know, the calls are a bit stressful because they're back to back, but they're not as back to back as they were yesterday. So that's my little area over there that I sit. I'm not going to show you much because I got stuff hanging up. But yeah. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get back on the phones. Y'all pray that it go by quickly. Pray that they offer VTO. Pray for me. Talk to you guys later. Bye.